With the release of the live-action remake, we now have 5 Lilo and Stitch films, including the direct-to-DVD sequel. So today, I thought it was time for me to stop and rank all 5 Lilo and Stitch films, ranked from the worst to the best. Please note that everything that I will say in this video is just my very own opinion, and my name is SDubNation, and you are free to comment down below your very own ranking of all 5 Lilo and Stitch films ranked from the worst to the best, just like me, or you could just do your favorite. My list is certainly not the right list, it is just my list, and you free to comment down below yours. Please don't forget to check out that Twitter and that TikTok link. Those are in the description, along with that Lilo and Stitch 2025 review. That link is also in the description as well. And with all that being said, guys, like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into our ranking. Kicking off our list at number 5 for me has got to go to Leroy and Stitch. So my favorite color is red, and as a kid, I was like, yeah, why not have a red Stitch running around? I love that idea, and it was always something on Netflix that I wanted to sit down and watch, but I don't think I actually watched Leroy and Stitch. So when it came for this ranking, I watched it as a 20-year-old man, and I found it to be a shell of the original film. There's not much to really talk about here about the film. The pacing is weird. It's a little bit quick, but also it's just very weird how all the characters act. And also, you know, Lilo being so selfish in the beginning is odd. The animation is cheap, and if you don't know the behind the scenes of this, it's a finale movie to the series that ran from 2003 to 2005 on Toon Disney. So on top of that, it starts as if you've missed at least 3 years worth of adventures and lore, even referencing a show that I've never seen before. That being said, I still like the idea of a red Stitch running around. At number 4, we have Stitch the movie. Speaking of the series, this is the backdoor pilot that kicks the whole thing off. This actually came out right after, I think like in 2003, right after the first film. So Lilo and Stitch 2 didn't come out until 2005, which is so odd because in the timeline, the Stitch series happens third, but it came out second. It's so odd how that whole thing played out. So get this, the film follows Lilo and Stitch trying to get Jumba back from Gentoo with the help of the other 625 experiments. I really liked this movie as a kid. My favorite being Reuben. I think Reuben is probably one of my favorite experiments because I just loved sandwiches as a kid, and his whole thing was that he made sandwiches. But also I love the idea of seeing the other experiments, how they differ from Stitch, and just seeing him call each of them cousin, and just seeing him wanting to be around more of his kind. And to be honest, it got me more interested in seeing the show, seeing how all of these other experiments interact with Stitch, interact with Lilo in this world, and seeing where they find their place in Hawaii. With that being said, though, the animation is clearly cheaper and softer, and a lot of the characters are put on the back for service of the other experiments. But overall, I found it to be a fun watch. At number 3, we have the remake Lilo and Stitch 2025. So as far as live action remakes go, I say this is one of the better features. It's not as charming as Little Mermaid, it's not as great as Aladdin, but I say it's right there in the middle with, you know, Mufasa. Mufasa was shockingly amazing, but I think it's around that area for me. Inherently, Lilo and Stitch lends itself well to live action because of its themes, adventure, and just Stitch has appeal to many generations. I walked out of this film saying that it was an adorable romp. Everything dealing with Stitch and Lilo was just adorable. It was cute to see, and the girl who plays Lilo is cute herself. I mean, she makes the movie worthwhile, and she makes it charming. The heart of the film here is not Lilo and Stitch's relationship, it's actually Lilo and Nani's relationship, and there's a lot of dramatic moments with them that gives this an emotional anchor. Unfortunately, I didn't like the changes to Jumba, the lessened half and half of alien adventure with Hawaiian Ohana, and the idea that, like I said before, this isn't even about Lilo and Stitch. It's actually about Lilo and Nani. So instead of being the Lilo and Stitch film, it's the Lilo and Nani movie. Also, the budget feels very Disney Plus, and I think that says a lot because of the fact that this was supposed to go straight to Disney Plus. It's a fine enough remake. It's adorable. Just a lot of things were very unnecessary. Our runner-up is Lilo and Stitch 2, Stitch Has a Glitch. For me, this is purely because of nostalgia. I love this movie, man. As a direct sequel to the first, they continue the themes of no one gets left behind, but but also we get some cute scenes of Lilo and Stitch, most importantly this one.
She's touching me. She's touching me.
I'm not touching you.
You're touching me.
Not touching.
Touching me.
I also love the fact that there's an emphasis on Stitch having a glitch and how Stitch desperately wants to stay good and he doesn't know what's going on with him. It's just the cutest, most adorable thing ever. And I was also surprised how much similar the animation was to the original, especially with this being a direct-to-DVD sequel. I also think most of my childhood memories of Lilo and Stitch are from this film.
The exact bench where Elvis sat in Blue Hawaii.
Oh yeah, that's him.
It's not a backdoor pilot or a series finale. It's a true sequel to the original with even more emotion. But coming in at my number one has got to go to the original, of course, Lilo and Stitch. One of Disney's best films, one of its most edgier films as well. My generation loves this franchise, including this film. If you're, in your 20s like me, yeah, you grew up watching this movie. It was such a gamble to make a film like this, given its budget, time, and original character in Stitch, but thanks to the story and material, you'll get some of the most emotional stuff from Disney. The idea of Ohana, no one gets left behind, including those who join your family, it just makes your heart smile, and the idea that family isn't always just blood, it's the ones that come along and stays for the ride. They were tackling some mature themes back in 2002 with the social workers coming in trying to take Lilo from Nani because they knew that Nani is not equipped to take care of this little girl. I also appreciated the art style here. I love this era of Disney when they have this 2D animation and the colors just pop, but also the backgrounds feel like they're painted and the characters are moving in this painted portrait. There's also some large spectacle here, given this budget, again, with spaceships and alien culture, all of it is just so much fun. And something that I wish the live action remake did was have the better mix of alien adventure side quests with dramatic family moments, and this film does it in probably less of the time. 23 years later, Stitch continues to be Disney's most profitable merchandise, and it also continues to be one of Disney's best films ever. And out of their 102-year run, this is probably in my top 10, maybe even top 5 favorite Disney films. This is why Lilo and Stitch has to come in at number 1. Alright guys, that is it for the ranking. Please know that everything that I did say in this video was just my very own opinion. My list was certainly not the right list. It was just my list, and you are free to comment down below your very own ranking of all of the Lilo Stitch films, right from the worst to the best, just like me, or you could just do your favorite. Please don't forget to check out that Twitter and that TikTok link. Those are in the description, as well as the Lilo and Stitch 2025 review. That link is also in the description as well. With all that being said, guys, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Peace.